Hello.
Hello.
Also, cats.
Cats.
Deimos is giving the camera faces. We don't have a video planned. We all know what that means.
Rambo.
Had an okay weekend. Didn't do much. He played a pile of games that I'm sure he could ramble off.
It was a huge pile of games.
Mm.
We finished off Shovel Knight's Spectre of Torment.
He says we.
We.
Wasn't we.
It was a group effort.
Not.
Rose supported me.
I did point out when you were being stupid. I helped you as Spectre Knight a few times.
Played the Metal Slug Trilogy. Played Arrow Fighters 2. Played Shock Troopers. Played Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Played Azure Striker Gunvolt 1 and 2. Played Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Sonic.
Yep, Sonic Mania. And now we're going to move on to Super Mario Odyssey. Replaying all the Switch games.
Woo. Whereas I've just been sitting here pretty much doing nothing with my life.
You've been growing plants in a room. Not illegal ones, though.
So, was it like Tuesday or Wednesday last week? My mother and I busted out the plastic, greenhouse thing with the little pots that you have to put water and make them inflate and stuff. And normally you put a seed in, and it takes a while for the seed to pop out, right? So I check it today to see if they need water, and my beets went frickin' mad, and they're like this tall already. It's still snowing outside. Like, I can't plant them. I expected to have more window.
That's why I think they're gonna burst out of there and start devouring people.
Yeah, so I might have to get some dirt and some pots and start, transferring. But, yeah. Did not expect that. I expected to see, maybe a little couple seedlings, and then I'll just crack the lid and give it another week, but nope.
We made a bunch of impulse purchases.
Yeah, we did. I bought a new dresser. That'll be here next week.
Like, she's needed a new dresser for the past, 5-7 years, something like that.
Whenever you and whichever friend decided to put a big old TV on it and broke it.
Oh, Zach. And it's not like it happened right away. Just, bent over time.
Yeah, my dresser has a bow to it now. So sometimes the drawers are weird.
Yeah. This will be a nicer, more solid one, hopefully.
And it won't have a giant TV put on it.
Nope. They make flat screens now.
Other large purchases. We made some travel vacation plans. So, yay.
It's like, again, impulse. In that we actually finally, book some flights.
An actual impulse buy was we bought a barbecue.
Yes, a coal grill.
Yeah, there's a small part of me that's like, why do we do that? But the other part of me, I like to barbecue. At least I used to. So, our local Cashwise, or I suppose all Cashwise, whatever, they had a deal where you bought a $69 barbecue grill, and then you got the charcoal and burgers and dogs and all the condiments and buns and stuff for
Supposedly
free.
$69 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So we got that, we got some Kellogg's deal, we got some breakfast deal.
That's the same deal.
Bunch of deals. Be like my old boss, tell you about the deal. Yep.
As far as mental health, I have been in a funk again, which is why last week I was MIA. I suppose AWOL is not quite the word. So I came back.
But you were away without leave at the time.
Yeah. I keep meaning to be on my schedule, but then I get depressed, and then I don't do anything. If this keeps up for the rest of the week, I will be calling my doctor next week and having a talk. So.
And I just had a shitty day.
Well, because of a whole bunch of people who you kept running gates and whatever. They have to go in early every morning, so that doesn't help.
Nope.
And then people just seem to be getting stupider from all the stories he tells me.
Yeah, both the customers and my employees.
Employers?
No. I'm a supervisor, Rose. I have people beneath me.
You have people above you, too.
Yeah, they're annoying. No one understands when you're a middle manager.
I suppose I don't understand. I've never had any management position in my life. I've been a dishwasher, cashier. I almost was a manager.
So there's that time where you were unofficially running a call center.
Yeah. I did the quality assurance team, and I had unofficially been the night shift leader of that. And they had called me in, and they were like, "We're gonna make you officially the team leader, and you'll get a raise." And then literally the next day, they laid us all off.
So whenever we hear promotion in this house, we get worried. There's a big promotion just around the corner, as long as you work really hard. Next week. By the way, you're fired.
I get satisfaction in knowing that company is gone now, and that the building is for sale, and I wish I had the money to buy it just to say I owned the building.
Whereas I'm happy and sad that my video store is now a Qdoba.
Yes, he used to work for Hollywood Video, and it is now a Qdoba's. We sometimes go and get tacos, and he points and goes, "That's where I used to lean against the counter."
Back when I was also a pseudo supervisor.
Whereas I did unpaid work at Hollywood Video.
Yeah, you're standing around. Might as well do something. Unlike other people's girlfriends that would stop by.
What was it? Monday nights I'd get off work from the grocery store, and I'd go over, and as you guys were closing, you'd be putting out the new releases, and I would help put out new releases.
Yeah, and I'd apologize to my manager. I'm like, "I'm sorry that my girlfriend is here." Yeah, I don't think we were married then. So I was like, "Sorry that my girlfriend's here," and she was like, "Oh, it's completely fine, Alex. I mean, she actually does a lot of work.
Yeah,
More than some people around here."
She technically did pay me. I got free drinks.
Yes, you got free soda.
So, at the time when all I drank was soda, that was an amazing treat. So.
Getting by every shift with a wild cherry Pepsi. Delicious.
I do miss the days where, when I first started working at Kmart, my entire day I would eat a Big Cat bar and a bottle of Gatorade, and I was fine. And now I think about if I could manage that again, it's like, no, I would die.
So I kind of miss working at a place with a candy counter at least, just because Sean and I had pretty much every single shift together, and every day he'd be like, "Hey Sean, I'm getting a soda, would you like one?" He's like, "Sure," and I'd buy him a soda, and then Sean would be like, "Hey, I'm getting a bag of M&Ms, you want some, Alex?" I'm like, "Sure, grab me some candy." And we'd just be buying each other stuff all day.
Thank you for giving the company you work for more money.
Pretty much.
And then they went bankrupt anyways.
Yeah, we had a 20% discount, which made all the movie theater prices seem like legitimate prices. I'm sure it was still cheaper if I actually ran the half a mile to Marketplace. Got stuff from the candy counter there. But you guys didn't have some of the best movie stuff. Like those peanut butter cups that were already covered in M&Ms and shit. Because reasons.
Also, it was Miracle Mart at the time?
Yeah. Neither of us ever worked for Marketplace.
Nope.
So I left right before the transition.
I left well before that because my manager pissed me off. There are some things in life you don't have to take. Remember that. I have quit 2 jobs because of that. I quit working at Kmart because I was in a car accident and I couldn't stand for more than an hour or 2 without it being painful. And after a week, they wanted me back on full 8-hour shifts, and I couldn't do it. And we argued, and I quit. I didn't quit very well. I should have done it better, and I regret that. Because I just pretty much called in and said, "Hey, I'm not coming in, and I will never come in again. Bye." It's like...
That's kind of how I quit McDonald's, and how I quit Hollywood Video once the manager got forced to leave by corporate because one of the shift leaders was an absolute bitch. and then later became the manager. So I went in with Jason. We both quit, and see, who was the guy who quit with us? I can't remember anymore.
The guy that worked at CVS?
Yes.
Or Walgreens or whatever?
Steve. So pretty much 3 people quit on the same day that our manager got fired, and it was like a staff of 8 people-ish. So that was a pretty big hit for the new manager to deal with.
She kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
And then I quit Miracle Mart because I had my second miscarriage. And while discussing that I needed a day off to deal with it, I think is what it was, my manager decided to tell me that not all women can have children and I should just accept that.
So I'm pretty sure it says something like not all women should have children.
Yeah. Either way, I walked away from that and...
Bitch.
Oh well. 10% off groceries would be nice, but not worth it.
I remember when I was thinking about leaving Miracle Mart, and go work for the Coke company for $11 an hour.
That was when I was pregnant.
And I was like, oh, it'd be great to work for the Coke people. That'll be enough money to set us up for life, with benefits and whatnot.
And free soda.
Yes, and free soda. And that job didn't work out with him after I'd already put in my 2 weeks at Miracle Mart. So it was kind of a weird work environment at that point. And eventually got hired onto the base, and that started at like 15 an hour. Now I'm up to 22 an hour.
Not that you see all of it.
Nah, a lot of it goes to healthcare. Thanks, Obama. No. No, health insurance is good if I require it.
He refuses to go see a doctor.
Soon.
That's what you said last year when you're like, for my 30th birthday, I'll go see a doctor.
Before my 31st birthday, I will schedule a checkup. And then they'll be like, wow, you're so horrible. If only you'd come in 1 month earlier. Like, oh.
Yes.
You have the super cancer. Oh, it's super cancer.
There was no point to this ramble, was there? It started out with what we did over the weekend.
I think the whole point of a ramble is to ramble. I think we accomplished that objective. We accomplished the hell out of it.
I made a tasty food today. I made Dorito casserole, which I learned on the internet there are many Dorito casseroles.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I put that into my plate, and it was like, Dorito casserole, like 100 recipes for it. I'm like, huh, the first time that Rose and Chris gave this to me, I was like, this is the most unique thing I've ever seen. I've never heard of this before. This is clearly an original invention.
No. However, mine was Doritos, cheese, Rotel, black beans, corn. Was that it? No, black olives. And then I topped it with avocado.
I could live without the black olives. But you did make it for me.
Yeah, I made it for myself and my mother, and then he and his friend come in. They're like, oh, look, Dorito casserole. Scoop.
Hey, you offered it to me.
Because I like you. And I expected you to take a little bit.
I did take a little bit.
Well, then the olives shouldn't have been a problem.
You were everywhere.
It was one little can of olives.
It was like 6 olive slices, which equal probably maybe a whole olive.
Oh, funny side story. While getting groceries today, I went over to the olive counter to see if I could splurge on Kalamata olives, because they're delicious. And in the place of Kalamata olives were literally the olives that you get from a can.
Ouch.
And they're charging, the high price for the same olives you could get out of a can for half the price. Or less.
But they opened the can for you, Rose.
Well, they're just staring at them going, really? Like, you can tell they're drying because they're not covered in that oil. And
Oh.
I didn't need them. No, they're high in salt. But it was like that one splurge thing I wanted to get. Jerks.
Yeah.
Anywho. Should probably go.
Yep. See y'all later.
Bye. I'll try and post regularly again. Bye.